It is Monday, May 18th, and I am here with the revitalized Sonny Hostin. How are you, Sonny?
I am good. You know, I've been having this vocal cord
Yes.
polyp issue, and it just got so bad that I started taking steroids for it, and it's better.
Yes.
But that's a short-term fix,
That
apparently.
explains why you were body slamming people backstage today. No,
I felt great, man. I felt good.
You sound much better, I think. And
I feel better.
Yeah. It's. I'm so sorry you have to go through this whole
Thank
thing.
you. It's only a 6-day course, so I wonder how I feel after the 6th day. I'm on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
But
Strong at the moment.
fingers crossed. I feel pretty good.
And no rages that you're aware of.
No
Yeah.
rages.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look forward to them this evening when you text me. All right. Today, we discussed Trump getting payback on Republican Senator Bill Cassidy and knocking him out of the race. You said today that Republicans are trying to take away the black vote. What's your message to Democrat leaders right now? And how do you and extrapolate a little bit about how that's happening?
Look, I mean, we were seeing after the Supreme Court decision
In Virginia.
in Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana. I'm sorry.
The
You're right.
Louisiana decision that you can gerrymander based on political party and not race.
Right.
Apparently, if you gerrymander on race, it's illegal and unconstitutional, but fine to do it for political party. And we know that the majority of the Democratic Party of black voters are in the Democratic Party. Something like over 95% of women, over 80% of black men. And so race and the Democratic Party are sort of synonymous.
They're linked.
They're linked. And so what we're seeing after that is that Tennessee, gerrymandered black representation. We're seeing it's going to happen in Florida. We're seeing it just all over the South. So it feels a lot like the new Jim Crow, right? Black voters are under our voting rights are under attack. The Voting Rights Act has been basically decimated. It's been gutted. And so for me, it just seems to me like the Democrats need to understand that there are new rules afoot. And when there are new rules to a game, you play by those rules and you play to win. And I think that's the opportunity, but also the disconnect between the Democratic Party and Democratic voters. It seems, and I'm friends with some high-profile Democrats, and I can't say that they get it yet. I always say when they go low, you go to the earth's crust. You meet the energy. And the Democrats are still trying to be sort of the party of, I don't even know how to describe it, like the gentlemanly or gentlewoman from New York. They're trying to do this sort of gentle politicking, and they're bringing knives to gunfights, and it's not working. And I think Americans are sick of it, and they want their representatives to stand up. I do think there's going to be a backlash. I think with this sort of partisan gerrymandering, I think Democrats are going to come out in full force, especially the young voters. They are angry about this.
And you think this is going to lead to more progressive wins for the
I
Democrats?
really do. I think Mamdani, people thought that win was sort of an anomaly. I think he is the playbook. I do.
Right.
Even in places like the South.
That's different at the table, too. I think we have to talk more about that because I think there's
disagreement there.
Yeah, but
I'm right.
It's interesting. Well,
And
I'm trying to
wrong.
remember because there was a time when you weren't at the Earth's crust. And was there, and you've been consistently there for a while.
I've been there for a long time.
But
I have. I don't believe in this,
Michelle Obama.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe in I think you meet energy with energy.
I wonder if Michelle Obama still believes in it. I feel
don't
like she
think
might
she
not
does.
anymore either.
You can't, you want to lead by example and you want to be above the fray. That is not how this Republican, Trumplican party works. And we are feeling the result of not having a resistance, a valuable resistance.
You do really have to watch Andor, let me tell you. That's
I
all
know,
about the
you've been
resistance.
telling me
I'm
about
you.
Andor. Well, we're such both sci-fi and fantasy fans.
It'll change your life, and it's all about forming a rebellion.
I'm gonna start that. We need to form a rebellion.
Do you think
A true resistance.
the term Trumplican, you use that today?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see what the Republican Party used to be in the future, either in another, like as a third party, or do you think that's just gone forever?
I think it will be decades before we see another John McCain who would stand up at a community meeting and saying, no, he's a good man. He's a good man. I disagree with his politics. I think there's going to be, it's going to be decades, primarily because Trump gave people permission to be who they are. Well, I do believe that.
Yeah.
He gave them permission. And we saw it, I think, in, Reconstruction. We saw it Jim Crow. We saw it during the Civil Rights era. And we've seen the dismantling of so much progress from that fight of equality. I do not think the Republican Party of yesteryear is going to come back anytime soon.
But let's say that there's a pendulum swing, and the current Republican Party loses badly to the Democrats at the midterms. You don't think there'll be any sort of introspection there of, we have to change gears, we have to find other people, we have to do some things differently?
No, I don't. I think the Republican Party of today has been in the making for decades. Project 2025 has been in the making for years. And I think if you look at the Republican Party of yesteryear, this contingent was there. You had the Tea Party that turned into something else, So it's an evolution, certainly, but it's almost a devolution because we're seeing the Republican Party of yesteryear. And I don't think it's going to change.
We're going to change gears for a second. We had Hayden Panettiere on the show today.
Yeah.
She has this wonderful new memoir. It's really filled with bombshells about her life.
She does.
You asked her about a strained relationship with her mom, who managed her as a child star. And she said this. She said, just because someone is related to you doesn't mean you have to have a close relationship with them. You can set boundaries. This seems to be a generational thing, too, where no contact becomes prescribed by people in a way that it was never. Like, I kind of grew up in the,
if they're family,
you got to figure it out. You're stuck with them. You work it out. And I don't know if that was right. It's how I've always been brought up.
I was brought up that way as well.
Yeah.
But I think this new generation is a little different. They're much more in touch with their feelings. They're much more capable of creating boundaries and saying, I'm not doing that. And I think there's a place for it,
Yeah.
This world is so different than when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And there are so many things pulling at you with social media and AI, and there's this accessibility that people didn't have before. Strangers can access you. Family can access you. They can FaceTime you. They can email you. They can do all these things. And if someone is not serving your peace and being destructive to your peace, I do think, even if it's a family member, there is a place where you can say, my peace and the peace of my children or my family is more important, and I love you, but I don't like you. And I'm going to need to put up a boundary. I mean, I've had to do it in my life, and it's uncomfortable, but you can put people in different buckets. And so maybe the bucket that family member is in is a bucket now that's sort of, surface. So you can talk about Andor, you can talk about what movie you're watching, and then you just don't talk politics. You don't talk child raising. You don't talk race.
Religion.
You don't talk religion, and that's it. You don't tell secrets, because certain people will weaponize that
so
against
you're
you.
cordial. Ish. Yeah.
And I think that's okay.
I think you're right. I think if someone's a disruptive force and is making your life worse, it's okay. At the same time, I have kids, you have kids, and I want them to value family and understand how important it is, too.
Of course,
So
and I'm lucky
kind of,
because I have a very close-knit family, as you know. So I feel blessed and highly favored that I don't really have that dynamic, but I know that
family's complicated.
Family's very complicated, and politics has been very divisive.
Sure.
I have a lot of Trump, not a lot, but I have several Trump supporters in my family. And we don't talk politics. It's not worth it.
Agreed.
And they're still my family.
Well, now, you haven't been on the podcast since Mother's Day, and I know there was some drama that happened at your house. We've been giving you, for those who have missed you on the podcast, it's because of your voice. I've given you some breaks.
Yeah, vocal rest.
But after Mother's Day, I almost bumped someone else and forced you on. Tell us what happened.
Okay. Let's start at the beginning.
Yes.
Last Mother's Day, my children were away, and they were scheduled to come in Sunday evening of Mother's Day. My husband of almost 28 years made no plans for me. Nothing. I believe he made breakfast for me. I believe he made 2 slices of turkey bacon and 1/2 of an English muffin and a cup of tea. And I did not see him the rest of the day. My children came home. He gave them a flower, a rose, from an arrangement that I had purchased for myself the week before.
Ooh.
And that's what my children gave me.
Ooh.
Fast forward, I decided this year that I would not have a recreation of last year, and that I would go to a very fancy resort, because my husband is cheap. He would say frugal.
Yes.
He's cheap. And that I would go to an expensive resort in Mexico, and I would get a beautiful room with a hot tub and overlooking the ocean, and I would have great food and a massage, and I would be writing and enjoying tequila.
And celebrating the fact that you're a mother of successful children.
Yes, and I would be flying first class, which my husband refuses to do.
He's not a fan of that. No, we've discussed.
No, I'm in row 35, middle seat all the time. He decided to join me on the trip, uninvited. He joined me the next day, and he flew coach and surprised me because he felt that I would eventually be angry with him that I had spent Mother's Day alone. I don't think that would be true, but maybe he knows me better than I know myself.
Had you voiced your displeasure with last year's Mother's Day?
Yes.
I figured you might have. Yes. Okay.
Yes, and it didn't appear like anything was changing.
Was
my
Manny's
son
feeling...
was in Costa Rica, and my daughter was taking finals.
All right.
At Cornell.
As the fellow bro here, I just wanted to say, was Manny's feeling, and I'm not saying I agree with this, that you're not his mother?
Yes.
That was his feeling.
I believe so.
Yes, so he doesn't have to do
And since we have adult children, however, for Father's Day, his adult children take him to the spa, take him to brunch, take him, they buy him things that he enjoys because I organize all of it and pay for it. Okay?
All right.
So he shows up, and the first thing he starts complaining about is how much the massages are, because my mother told me that once he got there that I should not pay for anything. So we went, and he says to me, "What are you doing tomorrow or today?" I said, "I'm getting a massage." I said, "Would you like to get one?" He said, "Sure." We went, it's a world famous massage place. We get the massage, the bill comes, and I just stared at him. It's Mother's Day weekend. He pays for it and goes, "Oh my God. Massages, they were very expensive."
He got one too?
Yes.
Okay.
And I said, "Well, it's Mother's Day weekend."
Yeah.
We went to eat. He eats a lot. I don't eat a lot. The bill would not have been anything. It would have been tequila and a sushi roll. He's eaten a whole fish and the appetizers. Bill comes back. I don't approach the bill. He picks it up. "Oh my God, it's so expensive." That's Saturday. Sunday morning, I wake up. I open up Instagram. He has sent me an Instagram reel. Must have sent it around 1 a.m. because I go to sleep early. And it says, "These are things that would only take 5 seconds more. Putting the dishes in the dishwasher. Folding the towel. As if I'm slovenly." And he says, "You can do better," or something like this.
Now, did he write that?
No, that's what
it's
the
part
post
of the post
said.
Okay. It was an unfortunately timed reel to send you.
not only that, he's the slob in the house, not me. I've been cleaning up after his crap for 28 years.
Okay. So
Freaking kidding me?
So you watch this and what happens?
I blocked him on Instagram because he loses privileges because he doesn't know how to behave on social media. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a troll.
He's a troll. You blocked him like a troll. That
Correct.
Yes.
He lost Instagram access to me the way fans do when they send me things I don't like. I also turned off my location service on my Life 360.
Oh, you're off Life 360.
And well, for the
him.
time we were going to be in Mexico, because I was going to spend the day by myself.
Yes.
And when he couldn't find me, apparently he was asking the butler where I was. I instructed everybody not to tell him where I was.
I'm going to just graze past butler there and continue. But
Oh, it was very expensive.
I could tell.
Because I deserve it.
You do.
And he wouldn't have done that for me.
No.
And because he's cheap. And I came back and I lit him up. I told him that was inappropriate. How dare he? He tried to say it was more for Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't live at home. It was directed at me. And he said it wasn't about Mother's Day. It was insensitive, and he still blocked.
Was it directly to you, or was it to you and the kids?
To me.
To you directly. All right, so how was it about Gabriel?
Correct.
Yeah, that's rough.
Stupid.
That's rough. I
didn't speak to him for days.
I occasionally poke the bear. I occasionally will send my wife something that's
Would you send
designed.
that?
No, I don't think so, but I'm afraid of her.
He should be more fearful of me.
Yeah.
So I didn't speak to him until Friday.
It's been a week, so you are speaking now.
Well, he got invited to a party I wanted to go to on Saturday.
Yeah, okay. So.
And it was a really good party.
Was there an acknowledgement, I forgive you, an apology, anything like that? Or was
he had been sending me text messages.
Because he can't Instagram you.
Correct. And they were like, cariño, please call me. Cariño, I didn't mean it. He calls me cariño, which is dear. It's a term of endearment in Spanish. Cariño, you're taking this way too far.
Yeah.
But it was never like, I'm sorry. And so I ChatGPT'd a response that deleted all of the expletives and vitriol and terrible anger. And I sent it to him explaining
why you felt the way you felt.
And ChatGPT is very good for dialing it down for me.
Yes.
And he apologized. And I only responded because I wanted to go to that party on Saturday.
So for 4 or 5 days, you didn't speak at all?
No.
Wow.
Nor did I cook.
That's impressive.
The kingdom gets shut down when the queen is upset.
It was like Congress. Everything, there was a work stoppage. The federal government shut down.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah. And I also pointed out all the crap he'd left around. So he spent the week cleaning everything up. The garage is pristine. His home office is pristine. All of his closet is completely organized. He washed his own clothes, did all this stuff. Because he'll start the wash and literally not put the things in the dryer. Or he'll dry them and then just put them in a bin and they get all wrinkled. If I see he's washing clothes, put it in the dryer. If they're still in the dryer, I fold them. If they're still in the bin, I put them away. I do that just as a matter of just to make it easier for him some days, operates 12-hour days. Sure. I can do that for him. And then he's going to send me some crap about what I could do better in the home. Could kiss my butt on Mother's Day.
Hell hath no fury.
He's lucky he got that invite to that good party.
Hell hath no fury like Sonny Hostin scorned.
And I'm not going to forget it. And next year, I'm going back to Mexico.
Well, so the question is, what will he do for Mother's Day next year?
I learned something very valuable from this.
Yes.
My mother usually sends me a message like a month before Mother's Day. She tells me what she wants to do.
Well, I was going to ask.
What she wants.
Because what did you do for your mother was the next question I had.
Well, I invited my mother to Mexico.
Oh, you did?
Because I was going to Mexico. And my mother was like, well, I don't want that. She wanted Chanel No. 5 perfume. She wanted some things.
She told you what she wanted.
And I sent them to her. And she was like, enjoy Mexico and make Manny pay for everything because he's coming with you. He told her he was coming.
Yeah.
And so she snitched. So, next year, I'm going to announce to the children that Mother's Day is important to me, and this is what I want. And Paloma will still be in finals. And Gabriel's like, where's Waldo? You know, he's got wanderlust. He could be anywhere in the world. So I'm going to make sure that, you know, they know that I at least want a phone call. I will tell you, Gabriel posted, Paloma texted me at 6:07 a.m. on Mother's Day because she wanted to get to me before Gabriel did. Because he's usually one of the first that reaches out. And she had drawn a beautiful, you know, she's an artist of us together. And she took a photograph of it. She's going to give it to me when she arrives back from finals. And then Gabriel posted not on his story, but on his actual Instagram page, a tribute to his mother with several pictures and musical background.
I saw it. It was lovely.
He did much better than his father.
Yeah.
I'm the mother of Manny's children.
You are.
He wouldn't even have them but for me.
This is true. No one can dispute that.
It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I want to get your take on this.
I'm livid. Now I'm angry again.
I'm sorry, Manny. The blocking of Emmanuel Hostin. It's
like he's still blocked. You want to see it?
Yeah.
He's still blocked.
It's like him and like, you know, Don Jr.
Yeah, he's still blocked. He's still blocked.
How does he get unblocked?
I don't know. He just crossed a boundary. He doesn't know how to use social media.
The difference between your marriage and my marriage is I could have sent that to my wife and she never would have checked it.
This is a chat. This is a chat that Gabriel's on, and it says someone you blocked is in this chat.
It's awful.
This chat includes Emmanuel Hostin. You can leave the chat if you don't want to interact with them.
What my wife will do
leave the chat.
What my wife, oh wow. It'll say Sonny Hostin has left the chat. My wife will do that. She'll say, there's only one thing I want for Mother's Day, and if you know what it is, you'll get it for me. If you know me well enough, you'll figure it out. And then it's like a mystery that I have to figure out, which makes me crazy. But I'm pretty good.
That's hard.
Yeah. I'm pretty good, though.
I've never made it. You know, for me, you could give me a gift card to the Real. It's a vintage store.
And you're happy. There you go. It's
happy.
the effort.
Yeah. I like to shop vintage. Why don't you do that?
Even I knew that. I could get you that. Yeah, I would have gotten you that.
You would have gotten me that, right?
It's
that. I'm so easy.
There you go. So easy. Sonny Hostin, so easy.
So easy.
It's your next book. Sonny Hostin, so easy. All right. I want to get your take on this.
Okay.
There was a story in the New York Post about some parents creating formal contracts for their adult kids who are living at home, basically outlining rules and expectations like paying rent, keeping a job, and even setting house rules like no overnight guests. How do you feel about this? I have suspicions.
We have that.
You do have that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're adults, my children, 23 and 20, but they're kidults. They're like toddlers with driver's licenses and passports. So, I mean, my kid's in Costa Rica right now, but he's texting me for advice and stuff, you know? So when they're home for the summer, because they're, you know, my daughter's in college and Gabriel comes home when he's not on his trips, or working abroad, they no overnight guests. They're not married.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, if it's a friend, then the friend can sleep over. But if it's a romantic partner, they cannot sleep over.
Yeah.
That's the Catholic in me, I guess. They must come home by midnight, and if they're not coming home, I must know that in advance. Because, you know, Gabriel's not on our Life 360 anymore.
I know, that's been an adjustment for you.
Yeah, and one of the rules was if I pay for your phone, you're part of the Find My Phone or Life 360. And Gabriel gave us his phone back and bought his own phone.
He made the move.
And I respect it. But if you're living in my home, you follow my rules.
I think that's totally fair. I mean, I was engaged to be married, and my fiance was staying at my parents' house and
not
stayed
in the same bed.
Room. No.
No. That's disrespectful to my home and my rules.
I agree.
So we do have hard and fast rules living in the home. The same rules they grew up with, the same rules they got now.
And do they challenge that at all, or they understand it?
They understand it. Gabriel used to challenge the sleepovers.
Sleepover rules, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
He would have a girlfriend. He's like, I'm in college, Mom. And I just didn't understand that.
I understand it, but it ain't going to fly.
I didn't even understand where he was coming from. I was like, well, I do what I want in college. I'm like, well, that's
college.
That's there. This is home. Mm-hmm. When you walk in, there's a cross at the front threshold, so you know this is a Catholic house. We don't do that.
Exactly. You were a good girl. There we go. All right. On that note.
Unlike Anna Navarro.
And also our tomorrow's guest, Joy Behar. Thank you for joining me today, Sonny. Tomorrow, I'll be back with Joy Behar. We'll see you then. In the meantime, leave us a 5-star review and a comment, and I'll start reading them on the show. I was looking at the other day.
Oh, that's
Apparently,
cool.
that's the way that people can find us.
Really?
We get more attention and show up in people's feeds if you leave a 5-star review and right here. And hold on, I'm going to read one right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Someone left one the other day. Let's see. Behind a table. Okay. 5 stars. I always enjoy learning a little bit more about the host. Keep up the good work. 5 stars. That's from Burge 1986. And then before that, I love to watch Brian talk to the host of The View. Thank you, Brian, for doing these sessions.
That is great.
Paulie Hi-Ho. So there you go.
That is great. I will say this Sunday, I narrated a ballet for the Dance Theater of Harlem. And I was thinking, these folks aren't going to know me. And they wanted me to come out and take a bow.
Yeah.
And I came out to thunderous applause.
People love The View.
I was kind of a little floored, to be honest with you.
That doesn't surprise me at all, but it's great to hear.
I was floored, and I did the narration. And then the dance company brought me out, a video of it, brought me out and gave me flowers. And it was a standing ovation.
That's great.
With this voice, I was kind of shocked. It's
amazing you have a voice after doing that.
I did a lot of vocal rest this weekend, but it was shocking how much people have connected with this show, I think, during this time in the country. And it's an honor.
And I have to point out that you did hear the crowd chanting something today at the end of the show, didn't you?
You know, I've always thought the Bry Guy thing was fake, but...
There was a Bry Guy chant.
There was a Bry Guy chant as we left the stage today.
That's right. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if they were plants.
They were not plants.
But there were a lot of voices, so...
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
That was odd.
All right. Well, again, thanks for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow.